Do you need to be in a relationship to be happy?
Of course not.
Thank you.
Of course not. Yeah, that was a question posed to us by one of the viewers. Do you need to be in a relationship to be happy? I know a lot of people feel that way. You know, you can always tell they hop out of one retaliation.
One retaliation?
They hop out of one relationship and hop right into another one. You know, downtime maybe a few weeks. You know, where does that come from? I feel like here's the thing. You don't want to be. You want to try and be as much as a whole person as possible. Then you get into a relationship. You know? What it should be is two.
Talk, preach.
Yeah, it should be two almost whole people, if not whole people. I mean, there's always room for improvement.
Yeah.
But you know, two stable, fulfilled people almost.
You know, maybe you got a couple puzzle pieces.
Yeah,
out, but
of
not
course,
no motherfucking
right?
whole.
Yeah,
pie.
not. You shouldn't be this person that, and that's when you see a lot of. Neediness shine through, a lot of controlling.
And that heartbreak hits hard.
And that heartbreak hits hard because you feel like you missed a part, you're losing a part of yourself that is like, that you need to survive.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is that oftentimes born out of? I feel like if you have, here's what I would say you need to check off. Have a strong community, right? Sense of community, good friend group, good support group of people that you love and care for and, you're interacting on a regular basis with.
Okay.
That will help a lot with the feeling of loneliness. You need a goal, something you're pursuing, something you're trying to achieve, something, a life purpose of sorts. And then, if you're just all the other, what did they call it? Maslow's hierarchy of needs.
Don't know what that is.
Shelter, food, clothing, the essentials.
Okay.
You're in good health. You have all those things checked off. Of course, yeah. If you're single, you might look at your homie. He has a nice girlfriend. And you're like, man, that looks nice. That's not nothing wrong with having those feelings. But when you're like sad and depressed because you feel like you don't have a girl, then you're probably having a few boxes that you need to go check off elsewhere before you even think about that. Because, you won't be able to have a healthy, functional relationship if you depend on the person so much.
Yeah, I think one thing we're dealing with now because of social media is just like self-worth. Mm-hmm. Like people don't think they're worth anything, and they think when they lose a person just from a relationship, it's like the end of the world.
Yeah, you question your self-worth when someone leaves you.
Yeah.
Why did they leave me? Am I not good enough?
You weren't.
Wow. That's mean.
Oh.
But it's the truth, and sometimes the truth is mean.
Sometimes
the truth is
sometimes it's definitely the truth.
Yeah, no, a lot of times.
Like, I don't know, man. I've never had a nasty breakup.
Yeah.
So I can't speak for people who've had nasty breakups.
Yeah, I've had one. That was
You've had one nasty?
The high. I mean, it was nasty. The last argument, the last fight was terrible.
So have you not talked to her since, or you have?
We ran into each other in person once. She was back in Florida, and that was a straight. The interaction was cool.
Yeah, but it wasn't okay. But it wasn't like. I mean, and then you're.
But that was 4 years.
Adults.
Yeah, we were different people by the time we moved on.
Some people, it's smoke the next time they see him.
I mean, yeah, nah.
I've never had nothing nasty, but I'm also, I don't know. I think I'm invested in a good amount. I'm not overly invested in anything.
Yeah.
I love my mom. If she shot somebody and had to go to jail, I would cry, but
you just move on, accept it.
Yeah, exactly.
This is not your life.
Yeah, write her some letters and shit.
In prison.
Yeah, write her some letters and keep it. I'm not gonna just sit in the crib because she shot somebody.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely not. You just learn to adapt. You just got to keep putting one foot in front of the other. That's how some days feel. Like sometimes, when you feel overwhelmed, don't try and take on the whole day. Don't try and take on the whole week. Just say, what do I need to do in the next 5 minutes? And just focus on that. You feel me? It's a great way to move on. But you don't need to be in a relationship in fact, that's when you know you're ready
shouldn't
to
be in a
or when when you're in the opposite state of mind is when you know you're ready to entertain the idea of a relationship.
Yeah.
When you are not in a relationship, when you're single and you're just fine, like then when somebody comes along that you're like, man, that would be a great partner, then you're probably in a place where you're able to entertain a relationship. So yeah.
I just reached down to grab my water, and then it wasn't here,
Yeah.
so I wasn't
And
listening.
my coffee isn't here either.
Look at that.
We have a bandit. We have a beverage bandit.
Whatever. But yeah, man, I think if you feel like you need to be in a relationship, you have, I don't want to call them character flaws, but you got to look in I don't think enough people look at themselves in the mirror.
Yeah.
And just, I don't want to say talk to themselves, but like, I guess a healthy way to criticize yourself.
Yeah.
Find out what's really wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, and the desire to be someone else, I feel, is inherently human. At the end of the day, primary objective number one is to reproduce. You can't do that without a partner. And I do believe that human beings are, naturally, monogamous to a degree, if not completely. Like I feel like we're more inclined to wanting to settle down and have offspring with the same partner. It just makes more sense. It's such a long gestation period too for the woman. 9 months is a long time to be pregnant. It would make sense that, the same guy is around to help her through that time period, and take so long for a human to go from being unable to help themselves to being a functional member of society. It would make sense for the same guy, the same father, to be around to help with that. So I think naturally we are designed to be with one person, So yeah, wanting to be in a relationship, I think, is a natural desire. But again, it shouldn't be some kind of a coping mechanism. It shouldn't be because you're bored.
Yeah. Only thing you ever need: food, clothing, community.
Food, clothing, community, shelter.
Shelter.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, that's really it.
You don't need,
And
if you take the word
and-
need out of your vocab.
Yeah, and the ability to you need a healthy environment too. Go outside. You need to be able to have the sun. Yeah, bro. In places where there isn't the sun, that's a real thing. The depression sets in.
I think the odds are stacked against them, yes. Am I ready to say they need
Yeah,
it?
they do. They need it, bro. They need it to be the best version of themselves.
Need is a strong word, man.
I think they need it to be it depends on what your base level of operation is. If you're being to just survive, I mean, shit, there are Jews that survived in the Holocaust, conditions.
Okay,
So,
I'm with you.
You know what I mean?
Feel you.
Yeah, I feel like to be to be healthy and happy, I feel like a healthy environment is required. He needs fresh air, sunlight, and the ability to walk barefoot on the earth. Those are necessary things for a good health. But follow-up question, right? How to deal with heartbreak?
Yeah, I mean, we kind of answered it. Just, you got to look at yourself in the mirror and realize they lost out on a great person.
But maybe not.
Or get better as a person.
Yeah, maybe you're a shitty person. Maybe nobody should be with you the way you are right now. That's a thing.
And that's okay.
That's okay. If you can be honest with yourself and you realize that's where you are in life, then you got something to do. That's how you get over it. The breakup. You have to go work on yourself.
If somebody you loved cheated on you and you felt like well, in your case, you would say you felt like you didn't do everything right. In the case for some people where they feel like they've done everything right and they were cheated on, how would you say that they should, patch their heart back up and love again?
I mean, man. Well, for one, you didn't do everything right. So that's one. But two, on top of that,
Besides picking the wrong person,
or you didn't do everything right within the relationship, or I feel like relationships have a natural death, even though I believe that humans are monogamous, to a degree, meaning that it's ideal to be with one person. I don't know if that means one person forever. I feel like eventually you get bored of the person. You know what I mean? committing to a marriage is similar to it's similar to committing to complete sobriety for life, or it's like it's not going to always be fun. It's like a part of that is choosing to like withhold gratification, or it's like choosing to have a strict diet, it's choosing to neglect certain desires for a greater, payoff, being loyal or being able to have a functional, healthy marriage for your entirety of your life. You can build a lot of stuff. With two people who have the same goal can build out something very powerful and big.
Word.
You know what I mean? But let's say you're not married and you're with a person for a while, people are gonna want to cheat possibly just because you get bored. If you don't keep shit spicy, keep shit in the bedroom. Yeah, people get bored. People move on, especially guys.
You think guys cheat more than girls?
100%. 100%. I believe so.
Are there more guys or women in the world?
There are more women.
There are more women in the world?
I believe so.
Damn, where they at?
India, China.
What about in America? Is there more guys than women?
I feel there are more women than men in America. Yeah. What?
Just thinking about 98% of the parties I went to having more guys there than women.
Yeah, because, the parties, that's the thing. But even if there are more guys there, but they're not. They're not threats. They're not.
But just the fact that there are more guys.
I mean, half of them go there thinking that they'll be able to have the balls to talk to a girl. You know what I mean?
You think so?
Yeah. Half of them go there with this delusion that, the guy who wants to go to a party, like, oh, what's the ratio? Oh, are there bitches gonna be there? Go the whole night, don't talk to a single girl. Just stand up in the corner and get drunk.
That's all right.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.